Hello, everyone. Welcome to this week's Life and Death section. So, today's video is going to be a goodbye video from the Life and Death series. And the reason for that is, as I mentioned in my November end of month video. So, let me just sort of repeat what I said in that video. So, basically, I have shown you a great resource that is 101 Weiqi. So once again, if you just type in your browser, you don't need to type in all these, you just go ahead and type in 101 Weiqi. You come in and you have 8 problems every day to solve. Right? So choose the problem that fits your level. It doesn't matter if you understand the language or not. You can click on this one and you can go ahead and start playing. Obviously, as we can see, it's black to play first and tries to kill white. So just go ahead, right? If I say place someone somewhere that is not legit, well, it's gonna give me a cross mark. And if I play correctly, it's going to be a check mark. So excellent resource, regardless if you understand the language or not. So 101weiqi.com. Very, very simple address as well. So in today's lesson, as our ultimate life and death video, I'm going to present you the most classical and probably one of the most complicated corner in the game of Go. That is called the Golden Carbonate. So as you can see, White's formation right now, it's called the Golden Carbonate corner. So I'm just going to quickly show you the correct attack and the defense for this corner. So black's correct move is, of course, to play the B18 move, but he does not necessarily have to play the B18 to create something. Black can also play the D19 given this situation. White defends and black comes in at the 2-2. Now White's correct defense is to actually play a B19, and when black plays, so black correct move is to follow up by playing honey over here, and White will bump like this and then start a ko like this. So this is the correct continuation for both sides if a black honeys. Black can also clamp. This is also very interesting. If a white's correct move is to actually play the 2-2, but if a white somehow plays this is a mistake, black will be able to kill white. If a white descends, it's also falling into a trap because now black can jump here. When white tries to block the connection, black connects, white comes in, and black is going to create an eye for himself. And now, as we can see, white is going to lose the liberty fight. So correct move for white is to actually play the B18. If a black plays this one, we can make ourselves alive. So black's tricky and correct response is actually honey. If a white plays the block without thinking, that's falling into a trap because you can no longer Atari because I can just capture the entire thing. And if you play anywhere else, black is going to be able to kill the corner. So white correct response to actually Atari. When a black destroys the ice space, white forces this ko to happen. So also a one-step ko for both sides. This is correct continuation for both sides here. Very interestingly, black has a fake Tsuji that is super fancy. That is actually played at a B19. So to defend yourself, the correct move is for you to actually descend at a D19. Very, very solid defense. Black plays another trick that is to go at a B17. And now white needs to absolutely be very careful and respawn at A18. If black connects, white can pull the stone back, and this is a Seki inside. And if black tries to connect, we can cut the connection off. This is still a Seki. So black's trickiest move is to descend. White cannot block because now when black creates an eye, this is an eye killing the known eye. So correct move is actually for white to pull back the stone at a B18. If a black plays this variation, white will easily make himself alive. And if black tries to capture, white can Atari from behind. Black still cannot get the stone back, so he captures. And make sure as white you don't throw in here, and you play at the most dumb looking but the correct move to make yourself alive. That is actually to Atari like this. Black cannot connect, we can kill the corner. Black correct response is actually pull the stone back, and when we Atari connect and die situation, white safely make himself alive. Very tricky variation for black, for white. So white needs to defend himself very, very carefully here. So we have seen the Hane, the clamp, both leads to a ko. The B19 is a fake Tsuji that doesn't do anything if a white responds carefully. So what about the B18? The most common mistake for white that I've seen a lot of players play is to actually bump like this. But as it turns out, when a black bumps it at B17, white needs the block connection and black descends. White will clamp, and now as we can see, black is going to win the Liberty fight. So the bump on both sides, since it's symmetric, are both the incorrect response. So the correct response for white is to actually attach. Attach is the best move, and it's the standard solution for the golden carbonate. When black Ataris, we can just play like this, and this is going to be a ko inside at best. So white is able to create a ko. So the correct move for black is to actually just Hane here. White cannot block. This is very important. So if a white just somehow blocks, I believe black can bump here. White needs to block this connection, and when black Ataris, this is a dead shape because black can fill in at the C17 point eventually. So white needs to be very careful and actually bump. And when black plays this one, white can come in and make a ko inside the corner. There's a one-step ko for both sides. If black exchanges this one, doesn't matter. Still, it's still a ko. And I think if black plays this one, we can adjust descend here. So if black plays this one, we will basically we can play this one, and this is also a ko. And if we defend like this, this is also going to be a ko moving forward. So black has many ways to play, but we know how to defend. Let's just recap how we defend the corner. So if black bumps like this, we defend. When he honeys, we have a ko. And if he honeys directly, we can bump and throw in, and this is a ko. When he does this one, we just descend, and our corner is going to be just a ko once again. So you're going to be okay. So that is the solution to the golden, basically, yeah, the golden carbonate corner. Now let's say we have a situation where white has one outside liberty. When a black comes in, if we attach, it's going to be the same result as what we had previously. What is interesting is now white can also play this bump. So when we play this one, white is going to descend. Now notice that black can no longer play like this, because now because white has one more liberty outside, white can actually win the liberty fight. So not excellent choice for black, but black can somehow just make the ko happen once again. So we're back to this shape, and white needs to prevent black from playing the b19 to kill white. So white needs to throw in also a one-step ko. So the conclusion is actually, if white has one outside liberty, it does not affect what's going on in the corner. It is a ko. It is a one-step ko for both sides regardless. And if we have, let's say, even more liberties, it's still the same thing. If black comes in like this, we attach, we're back to the same. If we bump, we are going to go back to the same situation. White still needs to throw in. This is also going to be a one-step ko for both sides. All right, so I think it's a lot to capture as information. The golden carbonate is definitely one of the hardest corners that happen in the game of Go, and it is so important. It helps you if you figure it out by yourself. It definitely helps you improve your reading skills, but also it just happens in our real game as well. A corner like this could happen a lot in our real games. So if you know the answer, if you memorize the answer, it will save you a lot of time as well. So a very classical corner, and I think it's an excellent corner that basically ends our Life and Death series and start our Joseki series. So it's been a great series for Life and Death. I hope you liked it, and what I really hoped was that it gives you the motivation to go ahead and solve life and death problems in your daily life, just for fun of it. And I think life and death problem can really increase your level drastically. Even I am solving life and death problems from time to time to basically improve. And if you look at the golden carbonate, by the way, you can actually you can actually see how many golden carbonate problems there are in the 101 Weiqi. That shows you how important this corner actually is. And I think there's some branch variations that happens in in the golden carbonate as well. This one looks like a golden carbonate, but it's a deformed carbonate. But it's also very interesting, and it's also, I think, you can see a lot of this in real games. Very, very important corner. So I hope you liked the videos in the Life and Death series, and that you enjoy doing life and death problems. So if you have any comments, comment below the video, especially suggestions about what are some of the other possible content you would wish to or you would like to be able to see in my channel. So I have a lot of ideas, right? So I am definitely starting the Joseki series, and I think that would suit my viewers level a lot better than some of the very, really complicated life and death that I have presented. And I mean, those are important, but you can go ahead and do those problems by yourself. But I think Josekis are really, really fun and really fit the level of my viewers. That's my point. So apart from that, I can also do shapes. I can try to make a series on different shapes, on invasion ideas and stuff like that to improve your mid-game fighting skills. So suggestions, comment below the video. If you like the videos in the series, give a thumb up and subscribe to my channel to get the latest videos from the new series as well as from the old series. Alright, so this is the goodbye from the Life and Death series, and I will talk to you guys in other series.